Are you looking to buy or sell a home in Winter Garden, Florida, zip code 34787? If you are, this video is for you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Amy Brown. I'm a realtor here in the Orlando area. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Orlando area, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to assist you. I'm going to give you some advice to buyers and sellers in this shifting market. I'll let you know what happened in the Winter Garden single family market, and I'll also put up some graphs in case you're a visual learner like I am. Now let's dive right in. In Winter Garden with the single family, there are 507 active listings in Winter Garden. 72 out of those 507 are new construction, and 435 are existing homes. So if you are a buyer in this area, you have a lot of homes to choose from. There are 146 pending listings. 39 out of those 146 are new constructions. You can see that new construction is still extremely vibrant in this area. 116 single-family homes went to closing. 22 out of those were new construction. 94 existing single-family homes sold. The median sale price is $627,000. The average is $726,000. So you see quite a difference between the median and the average. It took 49 days to get a contract, which is much longer than most sellers would like. When your home is on the market, every day seems like an eternity, keeping your house neat for showing. So 49 is a little bit higher than I'm sure most sellers would like. Out of the 94 homes, existing homes that sold, 52 of those, or 55%, had at least one or more price reduction before obtaining a contract. And many properties had multiple price reductions. For example, 6 price reductions. So 55% tells me that when these homes were listed, that they were priced above the market. Now let's go ahead and look at some graphs and see what we can determine. Winter Garden single family home sales, you see the 116. It's slightly up from last month, but very steady. It's lower than we saw throughout the spring market. It's very comparable to what we saw August last year. We had 113. August this year we had 116. So that's good news, holding steady. The inventory is at 507. So you can see the June, July, August, all in the 500s, which is dramatically higher than we saw last winter. I shouldn't say winter in Orlando, but last November and December and January. So those inventory numbers are high. That's historically speaking, very high, which of course puts downward pressure on sale prices. The Winter Garden existing single family median days to get a contract is 49. And comparing it to the previous 5 months, that's significantly higher. So you can really see with this graph the absolute shift in the market, going from 33 days to get a contract to 49. The Winter Garden existing single family home sale price is lower than last month, the last 2 months. However, it's really holding steady. It's a little bit up from May. So while there's a lot of bad news for sellers, this should give you some solace that the market is not crashing. The market continues to shift every single month more toward it being a strong buyer's market. So things are changing rapidly. So if you're a buyer in Central Florida, I've got a lot of great news for you. This is some of the highest inventories that we've seen in this area in about 5 years. So you're not competing in bidding wars anymore. You can shop around, compare, and cherry pick the very best deals. And that's quite different than what happened in this area just a few years ago. So, right now, when you're out shopping for houses, you can expect to receive some seller concessions. Now, this is not on every house because there's the HGTV dream house out there that's going to get multiple offers on day one. And yes, that is still happening. Those houses, you're not getting any seller concessions. Having said that, for the majority of houses, you can expect to ask for things like seller closing cost credits, rate buy downs, or repair credits after an inspection, which did not happen just a few short months ago. So the sellers out there know, or they should know, that the leverage has shifted in this market. Interest rates are lower right now than their highs in the spring, and we have another cut expected in September. We'll see if that actually happens. So you combine the lower rates with the seasonal softening that happens here in November, December, and you could land some serious discounts. Once we get into the holidays in the late fall, this should be and could be another great buying season for buyers that have been on the sidelines, because you have a lot of sellers out there. Once November, December, the holidays hit, they're realizing we're not getting any showings, we're not getting any offers, everyone's off on vacation, you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas. So that's when a lot of sellers say, let's go, let's drop our price and get this house sold by the end of the year. That's just what our real estate market does here with the seasonal softening. It does take a dip in November and December for the holiday season, with a little caveat: with new construction, builders want the end of year numbers to look fantastic. So they are very aggressive to get homes um, at closing, to the closing table before the end of the year. So they'll offer a lot of really fabulous incentives to make that happen. So if you are a buyer and you have been on the sidelines, I'm letting you know to get ready to go. And you will need to weigh whether you want to focus on resale homes, existing homes, versus new construction, because the builders have built spec homes. They're also called quick move-in homes, move-in ready homes, and they are discounting those heavily versus if you build from dirt. So at the same time, you're having sellers that are just fatigued. They're tired of having their home on the market 60 plus days. So they are also offering incentives to buyers, but you're really going to need to run the numbers, resale versus new construction. For sellers in Central Florida, it's really coming down to strategic pricing and also preparing your home for the market. It's coming down to getting eyeballs on your property. It's coming down to getting showings. So if you're a seller, you want to forget the pandemic peak pricing. Buyers know that the market has shifted. It's continuing to shift month after month. This is a different market than we were in just a few months ago. So it's rapidly changing. So homes that are priced at market or slightly under are getting showings, and the overpriced homes are just sitting. So you really need to have a strong marketing plan to get the house sold. You need amazing photos, you need videos. Strong social media campaigns are no longer optional. That's how your home is going to cut through the hundreds of other homes on the market and compete. Right now, the first 10 days on the market matter most. Homes that are priced right from day one are actually getting multiple showings, they're getting multiple offers. That is still happening in this market, but you have to be priced right and your house be prepared. The overpriced homes, they often will have steep price reductions later. There's a home not too far from me that started out a tad too high, not insanely too high, and then they just had such a steep price reduction, and then the home sold. So I'm seeing it right here in my backyard. Right now, sellers are directly competing with builders. So the builders are offering closing cost credits, they're offering buy downs, they're offering some free upgrades. So you, as a seller of an existing home, need to compete with that. So you need to think about what credits you're willing to offer. Are there any upgrades you need to make? What about your flooring? Do you have any carpet that's seen better days? You might need to go ahead and upgrade that, replace that. There's also rate buy downs you could offer. As a seller, you need a plan to grab the buyer's attention.